Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's weather forecast, we are going to be going over Hurricane Milton, which is already rapidly intensifying as of right now, as it is already a Category 3 hurricane. So we will definitely continue to watch it closely, as it could even reach Category 4 later today, and maybe even a low-end Category 5 hurricane. We'll have to see how rapidly the system really does intensify, but as of right now, it's a Category 3 hurricane, and we will continue to watch it, as it's likely going to reach at least low-end Category 4 hurricane later today or early tomorrow morning. But if you are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. If you guys would like to stay tuned for more updates, also please press that subscribe button too as well. And I really do appreciate you guys getting me halfway up to 600 subscribers. So if you guys will continue subscribing to my YouTube channel, that would be great. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up too as well. Those help out more than you know. And also don't forget to leave any questions, comments, or concerns that you want to leave down below, as long as it's respectful. But you guys can even ask questions about Hurricane Milton, which is what we're mainly focusing on right now. But you can leave anything down below as long as it's respectful. But let's first go ahead and take a look at the tropics. And as you guys can see, all these tropical systems are already hurricanes, including Hurricane Kirk and Leslie out there. These ones aren't really concerning yet. We are watching this area of development right here for maybe another potential hurricane developing in the future, but we are especially concerned about Hurricane Milton over here, which is just getting ready to make some impacts across the Yucatan of Mexico. So make sure, to be aware if you do live across the Yucatan of Mexico, and this will more than likely continue to the east and, continue to rapidly intensify right there. So like I said, we will definitely continue to keep an eye on it. Let's look at the latest count of uncertainty, and like I said, it has already reached a Category 3 hurricane, and yeah, that wind field is definitely getting a little bit bigger as we continue to see this rapidly intensify. This will more than likely reach, a mid or even high-end Category 3 hurricane right around the lunch hour, because like I said, this system is really intensifying quick, and then maybe even a Category 4 hurricane later today, and we'll continue to watch to see if this even reaches Category 5 strength. So we definitely really do need to be watching this extremely closely. It does show that it will die down pretty quickly, as it does make landfall. Still more than likely going to make landfall as at least a Category 3 hurricane, but could still make landfall, maybe a little bit weaker than a Category 3 hurricane. We'll just have to see what happens with that dry air and wind shear that's around, especially in those areas up farther to the north in the Gulf of Mexico. So, it really just depends on where this makes landfall, because if it makes landfall farther down south, this will likely stay a little bit more away from that dry air and wind shear. But if this makes landfall a little bit farther to the north, then, that's where it could start dying down even quicker. So it really just depends on where exactly this makes landfall. But worst case scenario would be it makes landfall all the way down here towards the Cape Coral area, and that could definitely mean a potential for maybe a low-end Category 4 hurricane, because it would be more away from that wind shear that's in place. Let's now go ahead and take a look at the model guidance. This is what's going to show us on, what we have the best agreement on for where Milton is going to be going. And as you guys can see, some most do show it going right over the Tampa Bay area, but some even show it as far north as still maybe Cedar Key, and of course, all the way down here towards Cape Coral. Those will be the areas to maybe watch a little bit for some potential landfall. But we are especially concerned about this going right over the Tampa Bay area as it continues to the east. So we will continue to keep an eye on it, as this still does look to be quite a concern. But right over the Tampa Bay area looks to be the best agreement as of right now. So you guys in the Tampa Bay area really need to be prepared, as there's already hurricane watches in effect. Let's now go ahead and take a look at those intensity model guidance. And as you guys can see, most model guidance are now pointing out a Category 3 to Category 4 hurricane, which is bad news, guys. This is something that, we will continue to see over, the next couple of days, which will give this quite a bit of time, to intensify, and this will likely intensify, by the time we head, into, tomorrow, and, this could definitely reach Category 5, like I said. We got 3 models showing Category 5 hurricane, but even these 2 up here do want to show more of a mid Category 5 hurricane. So like I said, we definitely do need to be keeping an eye on this extremely closely, as this system is really going to be intensifying. So we'll just have to see on what exactly the system does as it does get stronger. But like I said, this is more than likely going to make landfall as at least a Category 3 hurricane. Let's now go ahead and take a look at the hurricane models. This is the HAFSA model, another hurricane model that we sometimes like to take a look at. This model shows it weakening pretty quickly, but it still has all that moisture and wind wrapped right around the eye, which indicates that we might end up seeing a Category 4 landfall, because 933 millibars does indicate a Category 4 hurricane potentially by the time it does, reach that area. And this is pretty much later on Wednesday and into Thursday morning when, landfall will likely start to occur with the system. So we'll definitely need to be watching this extremely closely as it does get closer to making landfall in Florida. We're hoping that it doesn't turn out this strong. Like I said, if it makes landfall a little bit farther to the north, it will likely be on the weaker side of things, but if it's a little bit far down to the south, could definitely last a little bit longer. And then for another model, this is the HWRF model, another one, that we really like to take a look at too as well. And this one does not show it as organized, and even shows it dying down even more by the time it reaches the Tampa Bay area. And we're only talking about, at least a high-end Category 2 hurricane by the time it reaches the Florida coast. So this is definitely still going to be something to keep an eye on, as like I said, I'm expecting at least a Category 3 hurricane by the time this makes landfall, and that's why we are really keeping an eye on this extremely closely. Let's now go ahead and look at how much rainfall we could see. Like I said, it depends on how strong this really is by the time it makes landfall, but the National Hurricane Center is thinking that we will more than likely see the highest rainfall totals near Jacksonville, and, even all the way down there towards Orlando, as anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of rainfall is very likely as of right now. So we'll definitely continue to watch this, as we head throughout the work week. But even, areas like Tampa Bay, even down there towards Key West, it looks like Key West down there could see some isolated totals of 12 to 16 inches, as there is a little bit of red showing up down there, which would be bad news. But like I said, we will definitely continue to keep an eye on it just in case, and then, we will definitely watch the rest of Florida, as some isolated areas in Florida could definitely pick up a foot of rainfall. So like I said, we will keep an eye on it. Let's now go ahead and look at the greatest flash flood potential during the next 3 days. And as you guys can see, during the next 3 days, we do have 2 moderate risks. One, up here towards northern Florida, southeast Georgia, all the way down here towards Orlando and Tampa Bay. And then we got another one down here towards Miami, which Miami looks to be seeing flash flooding today. But as we head into tomorrow, we just have a slight risk for flash flooding for most of southern Florida. And then by the time we head into day 3, which will be Thursday morning, or even Wednesday night and into Thursday morning, where we do have that big moderate risk for flash flooding up here towards northern Florida and of course southeast Georgia. So that's the areas that we're going to have to watch the closest when this does make landfall. Let's now go ahead and look at our peak storm surge forecasts. This is pretty much going to be, a little bit before, but especially during landfall. So, as you guys can see, some huge amounts of storm surge are certainly possible as this does make landfall. And like I said, it depends on how strong it is, by the time it makes landfall, but it's especially going to to be, areas between Charlotte Harbor all the way up there towards Yankeetown, where we will likely see anywhere from, let's say 4 to even as much as 12 feet of storm surge, because some areas, are indicating as low as 4 feet, but, especially the Tampa Bay area really does look to, be seeing the highest storm surge, as anywhere from 8 to 12 feet of storm surge is certainly possible. So that's definitely not good news right there, as this could really cause some major amounts of storm surge. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it. Like I said, it really just depends on how strong this is, but if you live anywhere in this orange, red, or yellow color, make sure to be prepared for storm surge, as 6 feet plus of storm surge will be likely either in this yellow, orange, or red color. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. If you guys are new here to the YouTube channel, like I said, or if you want to stay tuned for more weather updates, make sure to go down below and press that subscribe button. And like I said, I do like how you guys are getting me halfway up there towards 600 subscribers. So if you guys will continue to do that, that would be awesome. And make sure to leave any questions, comments, or concerns down below that you have. And like I said, it can be anything as long as it's respectful. And, feel free to leave anything else down below. And, of course, make sure to click that notification bell so that way you are notified whenever I do go live or do a video. Those, will very well keep you safe, as, there could definitely be a stream one of these next few days. It really just depends on if I'm going to be busy or not. But more than likely a stream be right before or at It Makes Landfall. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys all have a great day.